I got into international markets very cautious. A lot of different stories, a lot of successes. People who got into international markets could grow the business very rapidly, had huge profits. At the same time, I heard of a lot of people who had to shut shop once they went into exports when it didn't go right and ended up affecting the entire business. So I got into it very cautiously. And the second thing is what we did is we decided to build upon our capabilities before we got into this. Because the international customer is extremely discerning and very unforgiving most of the time. So what we decided is first we build upon our internal capabilities, which we did when we went into for the lean implementation and world-class manufacture. And after doing that, then we looked at adding capabilities across the business. So we were primarily into manufacture. Our forte was in sheet metal and tubular component manufacture. After that, we went forward in terms of manufacturing entire assemblies, which is what most international customers look at. They don't look at component suppliers, they look at suppliers who can supply entire assemblies. So we went forwards into that, and then we went backwards. So backwards, what we did is, most importantly, we strengthened our in-house R&D. So that adds tremendous strength. So we could actually test. We added, these endurance testing as well as design capabilities in the organization. Once we were confident that we had enough strength to take on international, we took on one small international order, and we tried to understand it very minutely, and that did fairly well. And after that, we've been aggressively looking at international customers. So I think this is a bit about how we made our international foray. I mentioned most of the things that they should do, but some of the pitfalls that happen, people don't take care of packaging. Packaging is extremely important. Most goods are sent by sea. The sea is a highly corrosive environment, and a lot of things can go wrong. So a huge amount of thought has to be taken place on the packaging, how the products will be protected from highly corrosive environment of the sea, as well as, we should speak to a lot of packaging experts before going for it. A lot of things can go wrong. I've heard of people where, some bees get into the shipment and the entire shipment had to be destroyed. There are a lot of, especially nowadays when people look at toxicology, the germs and things like that. But there are also things like radiation. A lot of Indian steels are derived from scraps which come from, which is made of defense equipment and could be radiant. So there are pitfalls in terms of radiation. There could be the amount of chrome, the specific country-specific requirements, like the kind of plating that you use, the kind of chemicals that you use, the processes that you use. So one should be aware of all this before actually taking on exports to any country that they start off with. As far as product customization is concerned, in our case, we had to completely develop the product from practically scratch. So they had some products. So we believed in something called value engineering. We took one of their products and using our design skills, we managed to give them a superior product at a better price point. So that helps in terms of how the customer looks at you. Otherwise, the world is a huge market for them. They can pick and choose from anybody based on the pricing. So we look at differentiating us from maybe a Chinese supplier or a Colombian supplier. So what would they look at besides price? So we gave them these kind of value add in terms of product customization, which discerned us from the competition.